My name is Shalini. I am the president of the Waterloo Cuban Salsa Club, and I teach level 2.
Hi, my name is Megan Laporte, and I'm the level 1 instructor for Cuban Salsa.
Okay, so my name is Mife. I'm the president of Afro X Dance.
I'm Theodora Waifo. I'm the Public Relations Officer of Afro X Dance.
Hi, my name is Sanya. I am a 4th year in the Math and Business double degree program at University of Waterloo. Currently I'm on co-op in Toronto, in downtown Toronto, and I run UW Dhamaka at Waterloo.
It means being accepted for who we are and for who other people are.
Dance is everything to me. I love dancing. It is, a way for me to get in touch with other people and connect with them, connect with myself, connect with the music. I love music, and so just being able to be in that moment, listening and then moving based on what's happening around me and moving with other people is just fantastic.
Before, I used to see dance as just a mere form of entertainment. You come and do it and then entertain people. But then as I grew older and I developed a better understanding of what dance really means and how it brings about community, how it brings about expressions of different cultures. Because as you know, Africa is very, very diverse. So being able to understand different people's ethnic backgrounds and how they relate to each other community-wise and so on is what makes dance interesting.
For me, dance is my life. I feel free when I dance. I love when I dance. I feel happy when I dance. I've met the most amazing people through dance. Coming to this school, I always felt detached from the world, felt detached from the Black community, felt detached from myself. But this term, literally this term, I found myself in my dance team, found my friends in my dance team, and found my life in my dance team. So I'm really, really passionate about dance, and I love dance.
It's really hard to define because I've been dancing for a really long time, but for me I think dance equates to my passion. I very early on in my life realized I couldn't really pursue it as a profession, so it kind of turned into this thing I do pretty much all hours that I'm not following my profession. So yeah, I would say passion is the right word to describe it.
I always grew up with dance. I was exposed to it when I was a little girl, and I just continued it as I got older. I didn't really start formally dancing though, and learning more about dance until last winter, so winter 2022.
I started with the Cuban Salsa Club, actually. I ran into them at the club fair, and I was like, I have to try this. I have to do it. So after years of not dancing, but watching people dance and being like, I wish I could move like them, I finally did it.
I've always loved dancing ever since I was young. I started dancing from primary school to secondary school. I created a cheerleading club because I was like, okay, why not try a different style of dancing? I did cultural dances in high school, and then I was like, why not continue it here? Because it's something I'm really passionate about. It's something that kind of brings communities where I met my first friends. So yeah.
My journey of dance started since I was in my mom's stomach. She always told me that I always used to dance in her stomach. In elementary, I was always part of the dance team. I danced for cultural days. In high school, I also was part of the dance team, and now in university, I'm part of the dance team. So I just feel like I was always a dancer, but I never took it this seriously because I never had a platform to, work on my, talents. But, I've always been a dancer.
So I started dancing when I was really young. I was born in India, and dance is obviously a really big thing there. So I started when I was about 4 or 5, so about 16 to 17 years now. My mother was always a really passionate dancer as well, so she kind of inspired that in me, and my dad likes to sing, so we've always been kind of like a music family. And I, was shown Bollywood at a really young age too, so that kind of enticed it, and that's kind of where my journey began.
Cuban salsa is about dancing as a community.
We dance in something called a casino rara, which is a big circle, and so you're dancing with your partner, but then we're calling moves, which are then you're switching partners, and so eventually you dance with everybody in the group.
So Afro Dance is technically 2 years old, and is a platform and an environment for people to learn African traditional and modern dance styles. It's also a platform for people to have fun and build a community and dance, because dance is very interesting.
Try to introduce different types of dancing within Bollywood. So, we're not just doing what you see in the movies, we're adding in hip hop style fused with Bollywood. And so it's really focused on just allowing people to learn different types of dance just in the context of Hindi music and Hindi movies. And it's songs that, they see on screen. And so they can kind of mimic that happiness they get while watching a movie through their dance.
It has been a whole journey of trying to learn how to run a club, trying to figure out what needs to be done, what I can do, what the support that I need to be able to accomplish everything that we'd like to do as a club. But it's been a lot of fun in meeting everybody and really seeing the impact that the club is making on everybody.
I think the first challenge we face is being able to share and let other people know that Afro dance is not only for Africans. Like, it's very hard to communicate, because once people see the posters or they see like a black face on the poster, they automatically assume only black people are allowed. Well, yeah, that's not the case.
I believe the most challenging thing about Afro dance is just, finding times for when everyone's, available, finding times when everyone, can express themselves, and actually making people, because at the end of the day, you would want people to be comfortable, you want to drag people, but honestly, really communicating that to them and letting them out of their shell, it's really challenging because they're different types of personalities. So you actually have to gauge each personality and work on each person individually, because dance, not everybody learns in the same pattern. So you have to notice each dancer, notice their flaws, notice their strengths, and you have to work on them individually while still working as a group. So I really feel that's really tactical,
Dance for me personally, it was really hard to choose between following it as a profession versus a passion, just because I spent so much of my time in it and I was given opportunities to pursue it professionally. But I think everyone can kind of relate to wanting a secure profession and wanting to make sure you're able to have a secure future. So for me, my personal challenge was keeping it as a hobby. But with starting the club, on the other hand, I would say the challenge really came from getting people to recognize that there's a new club on campus. I think one of the great things about Waterloo is that there are so many clubs, and especially so many culture-focused clubs. So to stand out, we really had to put a lot of effort into marketing and to having a team that echoed the passion that we had for the club.
I think it would be to express yourself. Yeah, it's to be comfortable where you are and to not be afraid to make mistakes.
Have fun and be in the moment and try not to stress too much about it, because at the end of the day, dancing is about having fun. You're there to connect with people, to laugh, to make mistakes, and to keep going. And so try not to stress too much about getting a step perfectly or doing everything just right, and just be in the moment.
I'll probably say explore, try new things, because you never know what you're good at unless you try it. There are lots of people that thought that they couldn't do Afro dance, but then until they started, they got the hang of it quickly. So yeah.
Honestly, be confident. Even if you do not know what you're doing, be confident, feel confident, and you're gonna look confident regardless.
I think my number one piece of advice for dancing would just be to not be too hard on yourself, especially if you're trying to learn and you're trying to grow. The best way to do that is to put yourself in a room of people that are better than you. And so you're always going to have a little bit of self-doubt, maybe that you can't catch the beats as well as them, or you can't catch the choreo as well as them. So it's just about taking a step back and just recognizing that you have even made the first step to put yourself in an intermediate or an advanced level class, and that's how the learning happens. For people who are on Waterloo campus, definitely come check us out. We do have people from all of Waterloo campus. It doesn't mean you have to be Indian or you have to have known Bollywood dance. You just want to have to learn something new. So we offer classes every week, so come check us out.
Come join our club. Come join Afro dance. Come join Afro dance.
Don't be scared.
Don't be shy. We are very inclusive. Very inclusive.
We love everyone. So yeah, come join our family.
1, 2, Afro dance, gang!